The Tucker-Coleman Collections and the Special Collections Research Center in Swem Library are comprised of important papers and documents dating from the 17th through the 20th centuries. This video provides an overview of the collections to assist researchers both visiting Swem Library and those off-site. The Tucker family has played an important role in Virginia legal, literary, military, religious, and political history since St. George Tucker, the patriarch of the family, came to Virginia in 1771. St. George Tucker was born in Bermuda and immigrated to Williamsburg at the age of 19. He attended the College of William and Mary, served in the Revolutionary War, and as a judge of the General Court of Virginia. He was also the second professor of law at William and Mary. Tucker was elected to the Supreme Court of Appeals of Virginia and was appointed to the Federal District Court for Virginia. Tucker's first wife, Frances Bland Randolph, was the mother of Anne Frances Bland Tucker, Nathaniel Beverly Tucker, Henry St. George Tucker, as well as John Randolph of Roanoke. St. George Tucker died in 1827. Anne Frances Bland Tucker was born in 1779 to St. George Tucker and his first wife, Frances. She married John Colter in 1802. Together, the couple had 3 children, Frances Lelia Colter, Elizabeth Tucker Colter Bryan, and St. George Tucker Colter. She died in 1813. Henry St. George Tucker was born in 1780. He had a law school in Winchester, Virginia, and served as a professor of law at the University of Virginia. He also served in the Virginia House of Delegates, the U.S. Congress, and the Virginia Senate. Tucker married Anne Evelina Hunter in 1806 and had at least 11 children, including Randolph Tucker, Dr. David Hunter Tucker, Frances Tucker, Mary Tucker, Virginia Tucker, Anne Tucker, and John Randolph Tucker. He died in 1848. Nathaniel Beverly Tucker was born in 1784 to St. George Tucker and his wife Frances. He graduated from the College of William and Mary with a law degree, and in 1807 he married Mary Colter, the sister of his brother-in-law, John Colter. In 1817, he moved to Missouri and became the circuit court judge of the Missouri Territory. Nathaniel remarried twice after Mary died in 1827, first to Eliza Naylor, and after her death to Lucy Ann Smith, with whom he had 1 child, Cynthia Beverly Tucker. He returned to teach at William and Mary as a professor in 1834 and died in 1851. John Randolph of Roanoke was the son of Frances Bland Randolph and John Randolph of Mattox, and the stepson of St. George Tucker. He was born in 1773 in Cawsons, Prince George County, Virginia. Randolph studied at the College of New Jersey, which is now Princeton University, and Columbia College in New York City. He served several terms in the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate from 1799 until his death in 1833. John Colter was a tutor and attended lectures at the College of William and Mary under Bishop James Madison and George Wythe. He also studied law under St. George Tucker. Colter was a lawyer and clerk of the court in Stanton, Virginia, and appointed judge of the Circuit Court and Virginia General Court. He moved to Richmond when he was appointed judge of the Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals. Colter was married 4 times, to Maria Rhine, Margaret Davenport, Frances Bland Tucker, the daughter of St. George Tucker and Frances Bland Randolph, and to Hannah Williamson. He died in 1838. Cynthia Beverly Tucker Washington Coleman was the daughter of Nathaniel Beverly Tucker and his 3rd wife, Lucy Ann Smith. She was very active in Williamsburg society and in 1884 organized the Catherine Memorial Society, which was charged with the task of preserving, restoring, and cleaning tombstones in the Bruton Parish churchyard. She was one of the founders of the Association for the Preservation of Virginia Antiquities and died in 1908. The Tucker-Coleman Collection in the Special Collections Research Center in Swem Library is comprised of important documents and papers dating from the 17th through the 20th centuries. In addition to its usefulness in researching legal and political history, the Tucker-Coleman Collection is a rich resource for anyone interested in learning about family life and social history of Virginia, especially in Williamsburg. While items in the collection cover a wide span of time, it is most useful in researching the Revolutionary period, the post-Revolutionary period, the antebellum era, and the Civil War. The majority of the Tucker-Coleman Collection was initially deposited at the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation beginning in 1938. The collection was given to the college and moved into the newly built Earl Gregg Swem Library in the 1960s. Material was also given directly to the college both before 1966 and afterwards. There are 3 basic finding aids for the Tucker-Coleman collection: a card catalog, a shelf list, and a finding aid. All of these are located in the reference area of the Special Collections Research Center in Swem Library, while only the finding aid is available online at this time. The majority of the card catalog is arranged alphabetically by the names of individuals mentioned in the correspondence. Few subject headings are included in this catalog, so researchers should also consult the paper-based finding aids and shelf lists when looking for specific topics. The shelf list is contained in maroon binders in the Special Collections Research Center lobby area. The shelf list is made of photocopies of cards contained in the card catalog, arranged in chronological order instead of alphabetically by person or subject. Finally, the Tucker-Coleman finding aid, which is available online, should be used by researchers interested in the literary papers of St. George Tucker, the writings of Nathaniel Tucker, and the writings of Cynthia Tucker Washington Coleman. The finding aid also contains box lists and inventories which can aid researchers in finding material within the collection. A significant portion of the Tucker-Coleman collection is comprised of correspondence, which is arranged chronologically. Due to the condition of this portion of the collection, it may only be accessed on microfilm. Researchers interested in using these papers may also use the card catalog located in the Special Collections Research Center to look up specific individuals and topics mentioned in these letters. If researchers are interested in a specific time period, the microfilm inventory contained in the Tucker-Coleman finding aid will be helpful in determining which reels of microfilm will be needed. There is an additional notebook in Special Collections which may be helpful to individuals using the microfilm collection. For more information about this, please consult the Special Collections staff. The notebooks, law lectures, and legal papers of St. George Tucker, as well as the Alexander Campbell papers, are also available on microfilm. All microfilm is available through interlibrary loan to patrons who may not be able to visit Swem Library. An additional group of papers, the Tucker-Coleman Washington papers, was donated by the family in the 1940s. This group includes the writings of Cynthia Tucker Washington Coleman, her first husband, Henry Washington, and her second husband, Charles W. Coleman, whom she married in 1861. This group contains a variety of materials, including a diary kept by Cynthia Tucker Washington Coleman during the U.S. Civil War. The Brown Colter Tucker papers, parts 1 and 2, date from the 1790s through the 1920s. This collection contains a variety of material, including correspondence, poetry, photograph, and news clippings, and serves as a useful complement to the Tucker-Coleman papers. A full inventory of these collections can be found through the Special Collections Research Center database. The Henry A. Washington papers is a small collection of correspondence, essays, and other papers by Henry Washington, the first husband of Cynthia Tucker Washington Coleman. In addition to his connection with the Tucker family, Washington was a professor of history and political economy at the College of William and Mary from 1849 until 1858. This collection has its own finding aid and inventory, which can be found in the Special Collections database. Correspondence from Henry Washington can also be found in the Tucker-Coleman collection. Henry A. Washington collected Jefferson documents, and these have been scanned and are available through the library catalog. Additionally, Special Collections has 17 boxes of papers pertaining to Charles Washington Coleman, the second husband of Cynthia Tucker Washington Coleman. While this collection contains a variety of material pertaining to the Tucker family, no inventory is available at this time. As always, if you need assistance using the Tucker-Coleman papers, please call or email the Special Collections staff, who would be happy to assist you in your research.